Welcome back to Fish Rank. If you don't know what we do here, it's very simple. We rank fish. And we rank off 3 different categories. Number 1, how difficult are they to catch? Number 2, how fun are they to catch? And number 3, how good are they to eat? We've talked about striped bass before, but we haven't talked about the hybrid. If I remember correctly, these guys are a hybrid of striped bass and white bass, if I'm correct. As for difficulty, these guys are getting a 6. Sometimes they're very difficult, sometimes they're not. So that's why I'm giving them more lenient towards the more difficult side, because I feel like sometimes you really got to target these guys if you want to catch them. Sometimes they're as easy as bluegill. As for fun, though, these guys are incredibly fun. They fight super hard, they have that striped bass side, and since they school up like white bass, it can make for a really fun time. That's why these guys are getting an 8 for fun. As for taste, they're nothing incredible. They're a mixture of 2 really good fish to eat. I think these guys, from time to time, could get a fishy taste, just by the lakes and ponds by me, but they still get a 7.5. Next, let's talk about the creek chub, because this is one you guys requested. Now, the creek chub is not a tough fish to catch. These guys get a 1 on the scale for difficulty. But as for fun, they get, I'd probably say, like a 5. They're not incredibly fun, but from time to time, when you're fishing a creek or you're fishing a river and you're just having a tough time, these guys will always come in handy. As for taste, I've never had one. I've heard they're not bad, but they're not great, so I'm going to give them like a 4. They're incredible bait, though. You use these as bait, ooh, they will get slammed by a pike or a muskie. And lastly, let's talk about another hybrid, the tiger muskie, because we've talked about the northern pike and we've talked about the muskie, but we haven't talked about the combination, the tiger muskie. As for difficulty, I'm going to give these guys a 7. Now, the reason why is because they're like muskie, they're a little bit more difficult to catch, and adding to the fact that these guys are a little rarer than everything else, that's why they're going to get a 7. As for fun, though, they're just like muskie, they're just like pike, they're going to put up an incredible fight, they're going to hit hard. These guys get probably, let's say an 8. Let's say an 8 for fun. As for taste, if you guys don't eat northern pike and you don't eat muskie, I think you should. I think you should start. If they're giant, I wouldn't recommend it because the giants, let them go. But if you catch one in the slot size, that perfect eating size, try one. I promise you, they're incredible. They're incredible. There's no other words. 7.5 for taste. How about that? Let me know what I should rank next.